imagine you're at the airport ready to board a flight, but then you realize you don't have the real ID. What happens? Well, from May 7, 2025, if you're flying inside the US, you will need something called Real ID to get through security. This rule has been around for years, but it wasn't being used. Now, under new rules that are put in place during Donald Trump's time, it will finally be enforced. The question is first, what exactly is Real ID? Let me help you. It's a type of driver's license or state ID that has a small star, gold, black, or other color, on the top right corner. Now, this star means the ID meets the government's new security standards. You'll need it when you fly within the US, but kids under 18 years of age won't need one. The Transportation Security Administration has warned that IDs without the Real ID star won't be accepted at the airport checkpoints. But yes, don't panic. If you don't have Real ID, there are other documents that you can show. You can use the US passport, a passport card, global entry card, a US military ID, a permanent residency card, a tribal or Native American card, a federal employee ID, a foreign passport, a Canadian driver license, a transportation worker ID, an employment authorization card, a merchant marine ID, or a veteran health ID. Well, that's a lot. However, temporary driver's license will not work. But here's a tricky part. Not everybody is ready for this particular change. TSA says that about 81% of travelers already have valid IDs at the airport. But a CBS News report found out that 17 states, in those particular states, fewer than 50% of people have Real ID. In 30 states, fewer than 70% of people are ready. And that's a lot of people who might show up at the airports without the Real ID, which could cause big lines and delays. So, if you show up at the airport without any acceptable ID, TSA says that you can still try to fly, but you'll have to go through extra steps. You'll need to give your name, address, and other details to help prove that who exactly you are. TSA may check you more closely and put you in a very special line. If you can't confirm your identity, you won't be allowed to fly. Because of this particular thing, experts recommend arriving at least 3 hours before your flight if you don't have a Real ID, instead of the usual 2 hour for domestic flights. Also, a very special note for travelers in Michigan, Minnesota, New York, Vermont, and Washington. These 5 states give out special enhanced ID that works for crossing the US border by land, and these will also work at the airports too. One thing is to remember here, people being self-reported, they do not need a Real ID for international flights. Now here the bottom line is, check your ID now. Look for that little star on the top right. If you don't have a Real ID yet, you can still use your passport or one of the other approved IDs to fly, but it's best to be prepared. You don't want to be stuck at the airport stressed out or risk missing your flight.